Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from guitarlessons365.com, and we're going to spit out the bone from Metallica here. So this has got, we're going to do two really cool sections here. So this is the cool little jam section that starts at the 4-minute, 44-second mark of the song, and then that leads into the main guitar solo. Got some really cool licks in that as well. So we're going to take care of those two sections. Everything else, all the riffs, we've already done. Now we will take care of the riffs that happen underneath the guitar solo, just so you'll know what's going on there. So let's start here with what I just played. So we're going to start here with just the 16th notes there on the low E string. And you're going to play it. Now it's an A major chord actually, up here at the 14th fret across the D, G, and the B string. And then down to a G major. At the 12th fret across those three strings. So this. Same thing now, just everything 2 frets lower. So we have this. All right, so you did that 4 times, and then we have this kind of, they start to kind of groove a little bit. So we have this. Alright, so that's the next one. So we have this open E power chord, 1st fret power chord. So open E power chord twice. Then the open the 1st fret once, back to the low E. Hit the low E power chord again, and then jump up here to the 7th fret of the A string, that power chord. Then down to the 5th fret there, so like this. So I did that twice, and then back to this, low E power chord, just done 3 times there. So all together for that riff. All right, and now they do some really cool stuff. Now this section, it's really the same riff repeated 4 times, but it has a different ending each time. Actually, the 2nd and 3rd time has the same ending. But so let me just play it so you can see right here. So it comes right out of that little groove riff we just did, and we have this. All right, so we're starting this riff here, really heavily palmed. So we have that, we did this kind of earlier. 2, the power chord of the 2nd fret, 1, open, then 1. So do that twice. And then the open E power chord twice. Then grab the 7th fret there on the power chord off the A string, then back to low E twice. And then back to the 7th fret power chord. So we have this. All right, so the first ending was basically this. All right, now we do the same riff again, but now we have a second ending, which is slightly different. It looks like this. All right, so that was. So the low E, done twice. It's that same chord there again. Back to the low E's. But instead of coming back to that 7th fret again, you do that figure that we did earlier, which is just 14 across the D, G, and the B, down to 12. So we have this. All right, so that's the second ending. Lucky for us, the third ending is the same. And now we get to the 4th time through the riff, which has a completely different ending. And what we do here is we do the low E open twice again, but now we're back to 14s and 12s. And you do that 3 times. All right, so it's kind of a little bit longer ending than the others. All right, so that's it. So it's played 4 times there. And then we go back, just got to memorize those different endings. Then it has a really cool kind of a sludgy riff that sounds like this. Now that's just 2, 1, then the open E power chord twice. And then play 4, 2, 1, and 2, 1, 0 again, just all power chords. Really heavily palm muted, and when you get to that last one, just kind of slide that first finger off, so like this. So that riff is done 4 times there. Now we're back to the previous riff before that had the 4 different endings. And what we do here is we just do it twice instead of 4 times. And the endings that they use are the first and the last ending. So the first time we play, after that little sludgy riff, we come back to this. So that was the first ending from before. And then we play the riff one more time and do the last ending. All right, and that takes us back to the main riff. All right, so that was just like in the very beginning of the song. All right, now we're gonna have the first guitar solo. Before I play that for you, let me play the rhythm that's going on underneath that guitar solo. It's pretty similar to that opening riff, and then it kind of moves on from there. So it looks like this. Cool little ending there. All right, so what is going on there? So it's the same main riff. Done twice, and then coming out of that last second ending, just go hold the A power chord, then 8, 7, back to 5, then 8, 10. So that's when the chord came. Which one? We'll get to that in a second. So we have, then back to that same riff. So you do that twice again, and then we have this kind of extended ending that goes with the arpeggios that Hammett's playing in the solo. It sounds like this. All right, so you're doing 4 hits, 4/16 in between each one. So we have this down, up, and then play 10 on the A, 12 on the low E. So then the same thing again, except now it's going to be 9 on the A, 10 on the low E string. And then this time it's going to be 7 on the A and 9 on the low E. And then 5 on the A, 7 on the low E. So this. And then Kirk Hammett has kind of his little unaccompanied part of that solo there. All right, so without further ado, let's play this solo for you real quick, and then I'll take you through it phrase by phrase. It looks like this. All right, so let's take a look at this. We're going to start with just a standard blues lick done about 7 times. So that's the bend at the 14th fret, and then 12 on the high E string, then pull off 15 to 12 on the B. All right, so that's the lick. Do it about 7 times. All right, now from there, he's going to jump into this. What you're going to do is going to bar across the 12th fret on the B and the high E string. And he just picks the 15th fret there on the high E, pull off to 14, pull off to 12, and then pick the 12th fret there on the B string. So let them ring together. He does that kind of lick a lot. So we have this. So you do it 4 times. On the 4th time, just stop on that top note, slide it down, and then we have this next phrase. So that's just kind of a little bluesy thing, sliding into the 9th fret on the D string, and then the double stops at the 12th fret on the B and the G. Kind of just going back between that 9th on the D and those 2 double stops. And then grab the 9th fret on the G and the B together, that double stop, so we have this. Then again. And then a little ending, hammer 7 to 8 on the B, to 9 on the G. All right, now we have that little more melodic section, looks like this. All right, so that's gonna slide into the 7th fret on the D string, then 4, 5, 7 on the G. Back to 5, 4, so it is. Then 5, 4, 2, 4, so it is. I'm sorry. Then you kind of start the same melody again. And then he hits really quickly the open G string. Now, he might just be getting off the string to jump up here to do the fast licks that are coming up, but there is kind of an audible open G string there. So I'm including it if you want to do it. And then we have this series of kind of fast picking sequence. It looks like this. Without the harmonic at the very end. So what we're doing here is we're going to start here at the 12th fret there on the B string, and then start the actual picking pattern, which is going to be 15, 14, 12, and you're going to pick 12 twice. So we have this down, up, down, up. So it's a 4-note picking pattern, but you're only playing 3 different notes because the last one's played twice. So just remember that pattern. Then he's going to move it up, the same picking pattern, 17, 15, 14 on the B string. All right, and now continue that same pattern, 19, 17, 15. He starts shortening it, just doing it a couple times with each one now. 20, 19, 17, and 22, 20, 19. So and then you hit the open G in the B string. Slight little bar dive there. And then we have some more double stops. All right, so this is double stops there at the 14th fret on the G and the B together. Kind of bend and release a little bit. 12 fret double stops on the G and the B. Down to 14 on the D, so we have this. Then back to the 12s, and just go through the double stops again. So we have this. And then we have a kind of a fast little lick that he's kind of reminiscent of some stuff he's done before, back in the good old days, and it looks like this. All right, so what's going on there? So I'm doing a starting with a bend there at the 14th fret on the G, and then we into the 12th fret on the B, and then we really start the pattern, which is going to be this. Pulling off 15 to 12 twice on the B string. Over to 14 on the G, back to 12 on the B. So do that twice. And now we're going to do this, pull you off 15 to 12, then 17 to 12. And then same ending. So we have this. And then you're going to end it with this. So what he does is, he does it kind of pull off 15 to 12 and rolls over and grabs the 12th fret on the G, and then plays 14, 12, back to 14 on the D. All right, now we've made it to those cool arpeggios. It looks like this. All right, so it's just going to be kind of the same thing repeated twice. Now the picking is what makes this either incredibly difficult or relatively easy as soon as you get it timed out. So we're going to do a pull off here from 19 to 15 on the high E string. So I'm going to pick that with an upstroke. Then the 17th fret there on the B string, also with an upstroke. Up, up. And then we're going to play 16 on the G string, with a downstroke into a downstroke here, the 17th fret on the B, and a downstroke here on the 15th fret on the high E. So it's a 6-note pattern: up, pull, up, down, down, down. Now I'm saying that there are multiple downstrokes, but it's actually just one motion. So it's a sweep across the strings. So I recommend getting that down first, and then you just take that same picking pattern and you take it down to this D major arpeggio here. So we have pulling off 17 to 14, pick 15 on the B, and then 14 on the G, and then back up, 15 on the B, 14 on the high E. So move that same thing down to a C major triad, so it's just down 2 steps, 2 frets. And then we're back to the minor shape that we started with down here. That's pulling off 14 to 10 on the high E string, 12 on the B, then 11 on the G, 12 on the B, 10 on the high E. So remember, the picking pattern is the same for all of those. Then just repeat. Now on the very last one, he doesn't go back up. He ends it there, the 11th fret on the G string. And then he kicks in the wah pedal. I'll take it in for it real quick. This one's kind of a pain to get going. So, and it sounds like this. All right, so he's really rocking the wah pedal there. Now, what he's doing here is it starts out kind of erratic. It starts out 10, let me turn that wah pedal off, 10, 9, 12, then the open high E string. And then he locks into the pattern. So then from there, so the pattern is this. You're going to play 2 notes, so down, up, and then 2 notes on the open E string. So you basically do it like this. That first one was kind of erratic, and then you just go 14, 12 with the 2 zeros in between, and then 12, 10, then back to 14, 12, 15, 14, back to 14, 12, back to 15, 14, and then back to 1750, or up to 1750. So, and then you grab that triad shape there, 12th fret on the D, G, and the B. And that ends the solo, the main solo. All right, so all the remaining riffs in the song we have already taken a look at in either the first video. They're usually just kind of the same licks that they did earlier. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's kind of a marathon song, but it's a really cool one, new one from Metallica, and I hope you have a lot of fun playing it. All right, I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.